Welcome back, YouTubers. This is Pokediged here once again to feature you another Disney Tsum Tsum preview to every one of you. Well, not the one right here, Big Hero 6, because I already did a preview on the small Tsum Tsums up here, the Baymax and the Hiro Hamada, but not the big one, since the big one is just, well, almost exactly appearance, exactly the color of a Baymax. It's just the size differences. And I got this one when I was working in the Lost and Found airport, the Hong Kong airport. But as for now, I'm working back there just temporarily since last month, and since last month and until this month only, since their lack of manpower, like I just mentioned on my previous video. And speaking of my previous video, if those of you haven't checked it out, check it out, the Digimon Adventures Volume 2 of the plushies, which is Gobamon, Patamon, and Telmon. Please do watch that video clip before you watch this, because I'm going to show you the 2 new extra Disney Tsum Tsum that I bought, the creators of the Frozen and of course Big Hero 6. So it's none other than, and it's right here, the Disney Zootopia of Nick Wilde on the left side and Judy Hopps on the right side. And I know that some part of the countries already, like the USA and some part of Asia, they already aired this film already, but sadly for Hong Kong right here and some other countries and including Japan, we have to wait a little bit longer or some weeks later until the film comes, because if those of you living here in Hong Kong like I am, you have to wait until March 24th on Thursday until that film will air. So I have to wait so patient just to see the Zootopia, since Big Hero 6 was my favorite. Well, not really Frozen, I'm so sorry. Wreck-It Ralph, yeah, it's also nice, and Rapunzel, good enough. But it is for this, I cannot wait to watch it, because you can see right here's the fox. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. And right here is the bunny. Oh my gosh. And the tags right here are a little bit different than before, because the ones I bought, the Baymax and Hiro, of course the Disney parks right here, it's the same, but all of the instructions are in Chinese, not 75 words, but they're in Chinese. But of course they still maintain the English credits right here, that it belongs to the states like that and so forth. But I'm just surprised that they changed it, most of the label words right here, like half Chinese and half English. Well, that's to be fair enough for people who's living here in Hong Kong, since we learn both languages, is Cantonese and English. So I will remove this scotch tape right here that they attached it right here, and I think that's about it, because it's stuck together in between, even the scotch tapes right here. And each of these ones cost like 58 Hong Kong dollars right here, and I actually have the discount since I work at the Hong Kong airport, so please don't get mad at me. So look at that, they're so cute. It's like it fits to my hand. I really forgot the feeling when putting 2 Tsum Tsums just on my hand like this, how I just hold Hiro and Baymax. So let's check out the fox first, which is Nick, or his full name Nick Wilde. So I'm not sure about the story plot, so please don't tell me about the storylines on the video. Don't even leave a comment about the film. You may leave a comment is did you get all the Tsum Tsum of the Zootopia or not, but if it's talking about the storyline, please do not. So moving on right here, as you can see, a Nick is winking with a smile like that, like a cheeky wink. It's still cute. And then his clothes is like working, like how I just work at the Lost and Found. And then light green, and then 2 dark green like that. Then even his hands, mini hands and mini tails, so cute. But for the tail, I don't know why they had to make it like a hard material again, like how I was a little bit disappointed from the Digimon plushie. And if you wonder why, you may check it out on that video. So that's about it. And I noticed some artworks that people assume that Nick is actually the son or the grandson of Robin Hood. It's kind of creative, but I think that's a little bit too far. But I still like the drawing idea that the people did when I was just browsing around through the internet today. And then of course we can't forget Judy Hobbs, which her dream is to be a cop or a police officer like that, and maybe she did, and I don't know the storyline. Like I said, don't tell me. So you can see her blue gorgeous eyes or eyelashes right here, and then her pink bushy noses. Oh my gosh, so cute. And then her ears. Wow, I really like the way they just make the material. They're all from gray to yellow, or I should say light yellow. Then her hands, oh my gosh, and tail. Every Tsum Tsum hands and tails, her foot, they're so cute. Even squishing their bellies like here. It's so squishy. Then moving on to her blue uniform, sorry, almost couldn't say anything. So to her blue uniform, it's really simple, basic, really love it. And I'm not sure about this one. I think this is something like a badge. I'm not so sure. Please do comment below what is that thing. And this one for sure, that is a badge. Then of course we cannot forget this detail. It's so cute. And also since Easter is actually coming on April, so for those of you who are celebrating the Easter Bunny, since she is the perfect timing for the 2016 Easter Bunny. And because due to my religion, we don't celebrate these kinds of activities like that. And of course bring these two out, and of course comparing to some of the plushies, like for example right here, I'll zoom that out. Let's zoom that out. Whoops, zoom that out. So it's quite big than the medium ones like here. And of course, if you go to the Baymax one, which I'm going to bring it back again, it's still big. There we go, still quite big. And we zoom that out. It's still that big. Oh my gosh. And it's still very small for that thing. And I do apologize because my niece just apparently tried to knock the door. So in my conclusion, before I end this video and before my niece or my mom tried to disturb me, because my mother just arrived home from her work and it's already 1 something a.m. here in Hong Kong. So for my conclusion about this Tsum Tsums, they're so kawaii, especially I can't wait to watch Zootopia. There's like so many people really likes the animation, the storylines is suitable for even the young kids, which is actually good news. That's all I could see, and there's some sketches like WIP sketches, some drawings. They're so fantastic. When I was like browsing around, when I finished everything at the work and I can use the computer, I was looking around and oh my gosh, even the Japanese trailer, it really is fantastic, and I really can't wait to watch it in 3D version. And of course, since on April 3rd, there's actually an event here in Hong Kong called Rainbow Gala, which I already did some of the items previewing on my videos. I plan to cosplay as Honey Lemon, which apparently one of my cosplayer friends, or I should say cosplayer friends, begged me or requested me to cosplay as Honey Lemon because she's going to cosplay as Go-Go and her partner is going to cosplay as Hiro Hamada. So the moment I remember this is going to air on March 24th, so I decided that I'm going to watch the Zootopia film on exactly April 3rd, right after the event I attend to. Then I go straight to the cinema and watch that while I'm on my costume of the Honey Lemon. So it's not really a bad idea to do that. So if you enjoy this, guys, if you like the Tsum Tsum, or if you really wanted to get a Tsum Tsum, and of course if you did watch the Zootopia, of course you may leave a like and comment on the Tsum Tsum. Did you get all the Tsum Tsums, Zootopia characters or not? But story plot, remember, do not tell me. So until then, see you guys in the next video.